Today we're going to make a delicious grilled monkfish recipe here that has some Middle Eastern influence. So we're going to need 1 red onion as well as about 2 sprigs of thyme. We're also going to use 1.1 pounds of monkfish meat here. I have some cheek and tail meat, both would be fine. So I gathered like a little assortment of paprikas here, but I think 2 big ones should be fine. We're going to make 2 portions here in total. We're going to use some rosemary as well as some extra virgin olive oil. Now this is not the Middle Eastern part that is inspired, but that is going to be to use some Middle Eastern kebab spice. Now I would rather have Ras El Hanout, but it was impossible to get in a short time frame, but that is a delicious Moroccan alternative that you could add instead of this powder. And I nearly forgot, of course, we need salt and pepper. We are in Norway here after all. For these peppers, I'm not going to do anything to them. We can cut them up once we have grilled them. As for these little steaks here, they have been aged for about 5 days now, so I'm just going to cut them clean. Make sure that we don't have any like sinew or skin left on them. And I must say I do like the cheek meat for grilling. It is a little bit firmer, even though this one has been aged for 5 days. It's still a little bit firmer than the flesh that you will find on the tail meat like this one, but tail meat will be totally fine as well. Alright, so we have the cheek ready here. I'm not going to cut them up any further than this, so about 250 grams or like a little over half a pound each, and they're not thick either, about an inch thick. Now we're going to coat them in a little bit of olive oil. Like I said, I use extra virgin, but I think just regular olive oil would be fine as well for this. Coat both sides. About half a tablespoon between a pound should be a good place to start. Next, we're gonna go ahead and sprinkle on our kebab mix. Like I said, I really wish I had that Ras El Hanout, but sadly I don't. It's really good. I tried it when I was in Morocco, like 8 or 9 years ago at this point. I love traveling, by the way. So I'm just gonna sprinkle it on here first, and then we'll do some massaging. Make sure we get the edges too, of course. Don't want to leave anything without this delicious spice. So I did want to find some sprigs of rosemary as well, but sadly we just had powder. So I'm just going to add a little bit of that. But you could use 2 sprigs instead. We're going to stick them into the meat when they're grilling. So I'm just going to add a little bit of rosemary so it doesn't get too overpowering here. Now we'll hit it with the salt and pepper. Now this is, of course, as you prefer. I am from Norway, so I'm going to use too much. It is the spice of my people, after all. Touch of pepper on here as well. Next, I'll just be placing this to the side as we need to take it outside to the grill. Now you could probably grill it in the oven as well. So we're also going to cut off this red onion. So I'm thinking about a little more than an inch, around 2 centimeters. I think the recipe I am basing this off of suggested. So I'm just going to cut it up. Yeah, 2 pieces should be good. Just going to compost the rest here. I'm going to coat the onion in a little bit of olive oil as well. Alright, so that's all the prep work. Now we're going to take all this out to the grill. So I finally made it down here to the bowl where I keep the grill. Currently heating up the grill here. It's about 250 right now. So I think we get started by tossing in all the peppers. Now the peppers I'm going to let go for quite a while here. I'm thinking we do at least 5 minutes on both sides of the peppers. As for the onions, I guess we could throw those in as well. I'm doing this at a pretty high temperature, so just keep that in mind. So let's do 3 minutes on each side on the onions, and then once the onions are done, we're going to turn the peppers as well there. And for the steaks themselves, let's do 4 minutes. I think that should be plenty on both sides. So we're starting with the first side. Now we haven't gone in with the rosemary yet, as you probably have noticed. We're going to add that once we turn these around. By the way, while we have some time now, I just wanted to say thank you all so much for watching this video. If this is your first time watching me, I'm doing this series where I'm making monkfish for 31 days straight, all of March. If you're interested in that, definitely consider subscribing. It's been a lot of fun. We're gonna make a lot of different dishes. And you know what? I think I've decided that I will make a monkfish cooking book. If you're interested, fisherman.com/book, and you can show your interest there. If it's done when you're watching this, you can probably buy it there as well. So another minute here, and we're going to turn the onions. And it smells delicious in here. So let's see if we can flip these with one hand. Easier said than done. So it's been nearly 5 minutes here in total, so I think we are ready to turn these bad boys around. Whoa, look at that monkfish meat. My mouth is getting watering just looking at it. And as the recipe showed, what we're going to do here is that we're going to stick the rosemary into the actual steak. So let's give this another couple of minutes here and we'll take the onions off at least. It's been about 4.5 more minutes. Oh man, that smells good. And I think we're ready to take the steaks off here. So I'm gonna put them back in some containers. Now these peppers I don't think are done yet. So perhaps if you're gonna make this yourself, you could put the peppers on before you do the marination and spicing of the other stuff, and maybe that'll be done then at the same time. I think this onion is done as well. So in total, I'm guessing 5 minutes on each side for the steaks, 4 or 5 depending on the thickness. Onions, we did about 4 minutes on each side as well, maybe even 5. And for these paprikas, do 15 minutes and just turn them around every once in a while. Or peppers, I guess it's called in English, not paprika. If you have bigger ones, you may even need to go longer than that. There we go, nice charring. All right. So we're all done here. So let's get this stuff home and plate it and taste it. So I ran into my dad here. He's getting the first taste. What do you think?
Yeah, very delicious. Indian?
Indian, Middle Eastern.
Middle Eastern, yeah.
Almost.
Very softy.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right. All right, so I finally made it back here. So it's time to plate this stuff. Ah, it smells delicious. So, how are we going to go ahead and do this? I'm thinking first of all, we are going to cut these peppers up. So obviously these peppers are going to need to be de-seeded, or what we should say. I guess this is prime composting material. About the skin, I'm thinking if you want to take the skin off, you probably can, but if you know anything about me, I like to keep the skin on, so I'm not gonna do that. So let's just slice them up into pieces. I'm gonna do like about 1 inch for this as well. For the onions, I guess they're pretty nice sized as well, but I am gonna unroll them, I suppose. And here we have the cheek meat. Wow. That's the crowning piece there, I suppose. I'm not gonna cut this up any further. I'm just gonna plate it like this. So this is the one that my father tasted. This is going to be the tail. So let's make this look beautiful here for a photo. Give it a try then. I'm so excited for this one. That tastes delicious just on its own. Now let's try the onion. Quite good, but the party piece, I suppose, is going to be the cheeks. Oh, the cheeks are a little bit tougher, as you can see, than the tail meat. Cheers. Yes, that is good. Let's try the other one too. I'm so excited. My mouth has been watering for like the past 30 minutes. That's super good. Actually, I prefer the tail for this. And you can feel the monkfish has developed a little bit now that it's 5 days old. Super good. I hope you liked this video. I'm gonna make a recipe with all the step-by-step and all the ingredients in case you want to make this yourself. This is about for 2 or 1 big Norwegian guy. Anyway, thanks for watching today. If you want the recipe, in the video description. Tomorrow we're gonna take a look at monkfish sushi, so that's gonna be super exciting. I'm gonna link that here once it's done. Thanks for watching this one. I'll see you in the next one.